All right, well, let's move on. It turns out that a serial killer convicted in Marin County 12 years ago may be one of the nation's most prolific.
Joseph Naso now claims he killed 26 women. That's according to a new documentary coming out next month.
Yeah, the I-Team's Dan Noyes will appear in that program as the only journalist ever to interview Naso. And he's here with the very latest on a really disturbing case.
It really is. Well, Dan and Anna, these new details are coming from another inmate who befriended Naso at San Quentin and over the course of 10 years got him to spill information about his crimes. A word of caution, some of this is disturbing, as you might expect.
Just days after a jury sentenced him to death in 2013, I interviewed Joe Naso about the evidence against him. The father of two, a Little League coach, and school photographer, also took pictures of women who appeared to be dead, including some of his 6 confirmed victims.
Looks are deceiving. That comes with direction. When I ask somebody, I say, hey, I'd like to take a picture of you looking deceased or unconscious, and this is what you do. You lay back.
Why do that, though? I want to understand, why is that appealing?
I don't do that every day. I mean, I do that very little, and that's a sensual thing. I've seen that's been going on.
A dead woman is sensual?
No.
I asked Naso about a piece of paper investigators recovered from his Reno home, the list of 10. During trial, investigators identified 6 of his victims from that list, and I grilled Naso about the other 4. He wrote, girl near Hillsburg, Mendocino County, girl on Mount Tam, girl from Miami near Down Peninsula, girl from Berkeley.
Who are those women?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Tell
you
me,
know.
And I'll tell you.
You tell me.
I don't know.
You're still playing games.
No. Ask the prosecution. Ask the judge. I don't know.
I hope to bring closure to the families of those unidentified victims, but Naso continued to profess his innocence, even when I visited him on San Quentin's death row 3 years later.
How many people did you kill, Joe, do you think?
How many did you?
I killed none. It's easy for me to say I killed none. How about you?
None.
But Naso finally opened up about the list of 10 to an inmate he met at San Quentin, Bill Noguera.
When I told him, well, look, they got you because a list of 10, he started laughing. He said, they got it all wrong. Yeah, I killed them women, yes. But those aren't my list of 10. Those are my top 10. And that's when he went on to tell me that he actually had killed 26 women.
That Naso killed 26 women may be supported by something found in the search of Naso's home.
They found a coin collection with 26 gold heads. Those represent his trophies. They represent the 26 women that he murdered.
Noguera took notes of his conversations with Naso that continued for 10 years, and he contacted cold case detective Ken Maines, who agreed to work pro bono.
Naso never gave Bill names. He didn't know names. So Bill would just write down little clues, little things, places, and that's what I had to figure out. That's what he needed me for.
At one point, Naso told Noguera he wanted to move to the prison near Sacramento so his sons could visit more often. Noguera convinced Naso he had a buddy who knew the governor and that he should provide info about one of his cold cases, in effect, a confession letter.
It took a bit of time, but he wrote it.
Here it is. I recognize the handwriting from the many letters I've exchanged with Naso over the years. He describes seeing an ad for a model in the Berkeley Barb magazine, and they met at a cafe. Naso wrote, after she chained her bike, I drove her to my home in Oakland. His wife and sons were gone at that time of day. Quote, I had her lay on her back for some topless shots. During the session, I choked her to death. No violence, no sex, just a quick death. Late that night, Naso says he drove her body to the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge and, quote, in the low rail section, I stopped and quickly put the bag over into the bay. Ken Maines ran with that information. It quickly paid off.
When I started researching and I found missing person, Lynn Ruth Connis, went to a restaurant and chained her bike up, and she answered an ad for modeling. It was really, honestly, fairly 101 basic investigations to figure that one out.
There is very good reason to believe that Lynn Ruth Connis is number 6 on Naso's list of 10, the girl from Berkeley.
But he never admitted to anything. Until now.
As part of the series that starts September 13th on Oxygen, Death Row Confidential, Secrets of a Serial Killer, Ken Maines and Bill Noguera appear to have solved several of Naso's cold cases. They were able to finally inform the families.
But now they know that what really happened to her, and that was been my goal the whole time, is to give the victim's family that closure, that finalization. That's the whole motivating factor behind all of this.
In addition to the killings, Naso was also a serial rapist. He kept a diary that dates back to the 1950s of teenage girls and women he assaulted, more than 100 of them. Law enforcement agencies around the Bay and the FBI are working these new leads from the inmates' conversations with Joe Naso.